So next, guys, we're going to go to... Now, this is at where, Chrissy? The university or something?
APSU. Austin Peay State University.
Okay, so Austin Peay State University to see a flower that they call...
The corpse flower?
A corpse flower, thank you. And it only blooms once a year? Does it bloom once a year, I guess? Well,
I think.
it's supposed to bloom this weekend. So they're opening up the area for people to come and see it. Now, the thing about this that my daughter told me is that it smells like, I hate to say this, but a dead corpse. Like my daughter said, you know, there's the only way a corpse is a dead corpse, but you know, how else do you explain it? So we're gonna go see that flower, and I'm kind of curious about it because I've never heard of that before. But we'll be back when we get there. Okay, guys, and the complex that it's in is called the Sundquist Science Complex. Is that Clarksville, right? Clarksville, Tennessee. In case you ever want to go see it. A little bit of the drive through the old Clarksville, guys, but I think I passed all the really nice places. Which, well, maybe I'll just do this. So this flower we're going to see, getting back to that, it's not always open for visitation. They only open it for visitation when it blooms, so people can come and see it. And the thing about it is...
Well, no, it's been open for visiting, but only during the week. But since it's about to bloom, they opened it up for the weekend. Because
wait, can you repeat that?
It's always open to visit it during the week, but since it's about to bloom, they opened it up for the weekend because it's going to bloom any day.
Oh, look at this place! Holy cow! Oh. So there, my daughter just told you because she knows more about it than I do. But the other thing about it, the reason why it's such an attraction, is because it smells like a dead corpse.
And I read that there's only 1,000 of them. There's only about 1,000 of them in the world.
Do they have a marker there, like not a historic marker, but a marker explaining the flower?
I don't know. I've never been there.
Oh, you've never been there?
No.
You sure you want to smell a dead corpse?
I don't know. We're going to.
So that's weird, huh? I never heard about a flower like that before. But this should be interesting, guys. We'll be back.
There was one downtown in Chicago too. At the, Lincoln Park Zoo has the.
Oh yeah. Yep. The Arboretum or whatever that is.
They had one there too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at.
Yep, this is Sundquist.
Oh, this is it. It's called Sundquist Science Center or something?
Yeah.
Is it part of the university, though?
Yeah.
Okay, it's part of the university here. And the university is Peay University? What's the name of the university?
Austin Peay.
Austin Peay, okay. I don't know much about that stuff, but it's right there behind us, so we're close here. We're going to go park and...
Austin Peay State University.
Yeah, let me zoom in. Right there. We're going to be going down this side street and parking somewhere so we can go in and see it. So this is Austin Peay University in Clarksville, Tennessee, and the Science Center where the flower is at is in here somewhere, so we're going to go hunt it down. We were able to park on the street right there, across from it. And we're going to go check it out. Nice little area of Clarksville. Don't know where we're going. I'm not sure that my daughter knows where we're going, but here's a look around. There you go. So they even have an attraction sign here.
It's this way.
Okay.
There's a sign down there.
So my daughter also told me that since there's only 1,000 of them around that they're aware of, that these flowers each have names. What's the name of this one?
This one's name is Athena.
Athena. So this one is Athena that we're going to see.
The thunder.
Uh-oh, here comes the... Okay.
That was my phone.
Okay.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff. The trees, there's labels on all the plants.
Oh yeah, if you guys are interested in flowers and plants, I guess there's labels on them here along the path to go see Athena, which I think would be this one here. Okay. This is great. I mean, it's got guide signs along the way. I don't know if you heard the thunder, guys, but it's gonna pour. We got another guide sign up here coming. It says Athena this way. Yeah, that's like a dancing waters fountain. So we're gonna go in. Thank you. Thank you.
Vice President? President?
What?
It feels like we're not allowed to be in here unless we're cold.
I know, it feels weird coming in here, right? Welcome, Athena, this way. Well, that was really smart to do that, though, is those directions, because everybody would be wondering. It's pretty cool up here. All the way around.
Yo. What is that?
Welcome.
Is that a turtle? Yeah. Is it alive?
They're really good at putting, look at, that's what it looks like, guys, right there. It's a little bit of a hike to go see this flower. Alligator snapping turtle. Look at that mouth. That's kind of scary. Well, this is a science center, so there's going to be some cool stuff down here. Look at this. The peacock. Hello, Mr. Peacock.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Sign in, and you can go through that door over there and go in and look, ask questions.
Oh no.
So you have to sign in. Are you signing
Look
for
at
me,
his
Chris?
face. Where are you guys from? Here.
Well, we're originally from Chicago.
There you go. Chicago.
Her and I. That's my daughter.
I grew up in Gurnee.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I love
Milwaukee,
Gurnee.
grew up in
Yeah,
Gurnee.
Great America.
Well, now, back then, it was country. There was no Great America. or
True,
anything like
yeah.
that, so.
Yeah, I was there when they built that too.
I-
Not in Gurnee, but
I was before they built that. Oh, it tells you how
well, me
old I
too.
am.
So
I forgot you are not from here.
No?
You are. All right.
Right,
That door is
crazy.
crazy.
It's the one that I drove. Your mom told you that story.
there we go, guys.
Do you guys want one of these?
Sure.
Get all the info on the
Yeah.
flower.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty neat. Well, they got ropes. I guess they get busy here sometimes. So here we go, guys. This is the big attraction, Athena.
This whole portion of this is going to be on that center piece, and that's what they had to cut open to kind of get to. It's like very beautiful stuff that crawl down in there, but for us to manually pollinate, we have to cut open.
Hey guys!
Hi.
Welcome.
So it didn't bloom yet, right?
She's not bloomed yet, no. No, the best indicator is when those two dark green leaves fall away. Then she should start blooming sometime within 2 to 5-ish days after that. And then once she starts blooming, she will only be blooming for about 48 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
So can you smell it from here when it opens?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can walk into the building and smell.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. When Zeus bloomed, you could smell him throughout the entire building. Wow. Yeah. Now,
So do you?
that's stronger.
So this is Athena, and you said mentioned Zeus.
Yes.
So does this only live 1 year, and you keep getting
No,
another
no,
one?
no. So they actually live potentially around 40 years.
Wow.
But it takes them 8 to 10 years to actually build up enough energy to produce their first flower. And so this is Athena's first bloom when she's 10 years old. And so
Gotcha.
Zeus, her sibling, bloomed at 8 years.
So what did you do with Zeus, though?
So he's actually, I've got a bunch of pictures out there if you want to see. Yeah, you guys are in here for a good time instead of being outside.
Oh wow.
So Zeus was in here. He bloomed in 2022 or 23. I can't remember now. But then we had that horrible hailstorm that came through, so it demolished the greenhouse.
Oh no.
And so Zeus had just started to sprout again. He's about this big in that picture, and Athena is in her leaf cycle at that time. And so you can I'll show you pictures, but she's actually her leaf cycle. She's up where those lights are. And so Zeus, we took him out immediately so he didn't get damaged. But Athena was too tall to move at all, so we couldn't get her out. And so Zeus, and then he's continued to sprout a little bit more, and he decided he was going to bloom again. And so we actually called the Nashville Zoo, and they came and took him down, and he had his second bloom down at the zoo. And so he's currently still down there in his leaf cycle. So we'll have to wait for him to go dormant before we can move him back up here.
So they only bloom once a year, or?
So they take 8 to 10 years to bloom their very first bloom, and then after they bloom, they can bloom to a flower again every 2 to 3 years. But they'll still have another leaf cycle or two between their blooms. Because the leaf cycle is how they build enough energy, store it in their root system or in their tuber in order to actually get enough energy to bloom.
Very interesting.
Oh yeah, you don't want to miss the smell.
Do you like put it on Facebook when it blooms? Hurry up.
Yes. So we have the live stream, and then we will put it out on Facebook and all of our social media when she actually starts to bloom, and we will extend our hours as well, so that everybody can have the chance. When Zeus bloomed, we were here till midnight for a couple nights.
Wow.
to
Yeah,
make
because
sure
it's
that
only
it-
48 hours,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. We had about 3,000 visitors come through.
Wow, that's amazing just
Yeah.
to see this.
Yeah. It's,
Wow.
I mean, it really is like a once in a lifetime. Then people will come from very far away once they know that something is in bloom. So.
I can't imagine wanting to smell that though.
Oh, yes, it's gross, but it's also really cool.
Yeah.
We gotta come back when you
Yeah, we'll do that.
Absolutely. I highly recommend it. It's definitely something that you have never smelled before.
I hope not. And probably something you'll never forget once you do.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Very interesting. Take a picture.
He has been graciously really towards the end of May was when she first started to sprout. But then here you can see that center part is called the spadix. And so that's when we knew that she was actually going to produce a flower. And that was June 17th. So she's gone from this to that in 11 days.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So you put the flower in like a, is it like a, why is it in here?
So because the greenhouse needed to be repaired.
Oh, okay, I got you.
we
so
put her in
typically
her
it's
own
not.
growth chamber.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the plants we could put in windows or other things, but not Athena.
Yeah.
And so here, let's see. So here's a picture of when Athena, remember how I said she was in her leaf cycle? So that's her in her leaf cycle when she was still too big to move out of the greenhouse.
Wow.
So and that's actually one of our students in there. Everybody had to have hard hats on because there was, the glass from the hailstorm. So, so we cared for her until she went dormant and then moved her into her chamber. And then she started to sprout. This is the greenhouse being repaired and being worked on. And if you look really closely in the center there, that's where she was actually starting to sprout again. But when they first sprout, you can't tell if they're going to be a leaf cycle or the flower. And so again, it wasn't until June 17th that we were like, oh my God, she's going to flower. The greenhouse was finished on June 20th.
Wow. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and it was, so they were finishing it up, and it was supposed to be finished the end of May, but when she started sprouting in May, we were like, hey, the clock is ticking, because no matter if she's a leaf or a flower, we got to get her into the greenhouse, or she's going to get to a point where we can't actually move her. She's going to be too tall again.
Wow.
So,
This is so awesome. So fascinating.
and this is what, let's see, here's Zeus. This is when we had to actually move Zeus to the zoo. So here's, so this is Zeus, and his spadix came up again, and because he looks like he's going to be a leaf cycle again, and then all of a sudden he was like, nope, we're going to flower. So then this is the National Zoo, and so everything you see here with Athena, that's all Athena in her leaf cycle.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we had to secure him with airbags around him, and then roll him out very carefully, very smoothly, put him up on the forklift, and get him up onto the truck.
So after their leaf cycle, what
Yeah.
happens to their leaves and the branches and all that?
It all just goes
Dies?
away. Yeah, it all dies off.
Wow.
Yep. And then
So
all that energy is
interesting.
stored. And then that's Zeus when he bloomed at the zoo.
Wow.
That's pretty neat.
Beautiful. Yeah, I remember reading that he bloomed at the zoo.
Yep. So once he gets out of his leaf cycle, we'll get him back here again. But this is with Zeus and Athena.
That's cool.
Right before he bloomed. The
How
first
often
time.
do you have to water? Do you have to continuously?
Yeah. So she gets watered twice a day, and if I remember correctly, I think it's like a gallon a day or something.
Wow.
She goes through a lot.
Twice a day?
Imagine.
Yeah.
So half a gallon each
I
time?
think so.
Something like
It's
that.
a lot.
Well, yeah, look at how big that
Yeah.
area is.
Yeah, Connor would know. And I think he said that there's 6 bags of soil in her planter there.
I bet.
So how do you pick the
Roots are
names?
probably-
So Dr. Baskoff chose Zeus. So you don't actually get to name them at all until they have their first flower, because a lot of them don't ever flower.
Oh.
And so she chose Zeus. And then, of course, we were calling her Athena, but we couldn't actually name her until she flowered. So now she is officially Athena. And so she just liked Greek mythology.
Yeah, well, I was going to say both of them are Greek ones. So.
And my daughter was saying there's only about 1,000 in the world or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and so in captivity there's only about 200, and so
Whoa,
in
200.
Indonesia there's only about 800 to 1,000, I think,
Wow.
in the
In
wild.
the wild? Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why they're such an attraction.
Yeah.
And the smell, I assume.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I want to come back and smell it.
Absolutely. And then these are the pollinators, right? The carrion beetles and the flies, and not your normal pollinators that you would think of.
Oh, yeah.
And so part of what makes them so good is that they can actually crawl down into there once the pollen is produced. So here's a good picture of inside the plant. So here, typically we will cut it open to actually collect the pollen because they can't self-pollinate. So here's the female parts of the plant, and then see the stringy stuff, that's actually the pollen that's produced.
Wow.
It actually makes sense that these are the pollinators because it's a corpse flower.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I never thought of, like, these look like flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
And
what
I
they
never
are.
thought of flies being pollinators.
Right, no, exactly. Exactly. Definitely not your normal pollinator.
That was interesting.
Did you guys get
Signed
a
in?
sticker
Yeah.
and all the fun things? Make sure you grab that.
Yeah, you have to peel off the back.
Okay.
Yeah, they need
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was very, very
We'll be
interesting.
Keep an
back.
eye on her on the live stream.
Yeah.
And definitely come back once those outer leaves fall. And when we know that she's actually in bloom, we will put it out there.
I believe you
yeah.
will.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah, no
much.
problem. Have a good weekend, guys.
You too. That was very cool. That was really neat.
I'm gonna put them like the
So I guess it must be hard for them to predict the exact dates it's
Right.
going to bloom. So
Right. What
They
I just
assumed it'd be
what
this
I
weekend.
read just said that they're opening it to weekends now because it's getting ready to bloom.
okay, I
So,
gotcha.
I didn't know if it would be.
That's okay. I mean, you can't come during the week anyway.
I would rather come. I'm kind of glad we did come before it bloomed though, because then I want to come when it blooms and I get to see it in both life cycles.
Yeah, that would be cool. So looks like we're gonna head out into a rainstorm.
Ew. Formaldehyde. Those are dead. Yeah, those are dead animals.
Ugh.
And formaldehyde.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to really get up close and personal with that. So that's it. I guess we're done for
You know,
the day.
Jayda, when I was your age, we dissected frogs in school.
Yeah, I did too. I hated it. They shouldn't make
Yeah,
kids
me
do
too. I
that.
hate it. It's part of science, Mom. You gotta go this way.
I know, but I think it should be optional.
You gotta learn.
But they can use pictures. They don't need a real frog.
Well, let me tell you what happened to me.
Well, should I say this on camera? Well, why don't you just wait a minute?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know this was recording. We're done.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta say goodbye to everybody. So let's say goodbye, guys. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'll turn around. Thank you for coming along, you guys. Appreciate it. See you again. Have a great day.
Bye guys, have a good day.
Wait, Jayda.
Bye guys, have a good day.
Okay, see you guys.